Okay, what's up, everybody? Good morning. Sorry. Okay, what's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to a Saturday. I forget what day it is. Saturday edition of Morning Scone presented by Brock, the Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic, Parish Construction and Roofing. If you need an orthopedic, go to Brock. You need a roof, you call Parish. Unique Physique, uniquephysique.com, Restored Motions, restoredmotions.com, and On Fire Athletes, the platform powered by GameCoin. Boom, there we go. All right, everybody. Happy Saturday here. Hope if you do have the holiday weekend, you have a great long weekend and had a good day yesterday. And hopefully we're all getting time to spend time with family and friends here on this Easter weekend. And, of course, remember the reason we celebrate on Easter weekend and maybe working a little baseball as well. So Tigers win game 2, 4-3. Did it by the hardest, y'all. The go this way. Pitching was outstanding. Good this way. You want to say good morning? Yeah. Say hi. Okay. Huh? He loves that chair. Go this way. Go this way. Okay. Drew's here. Go this way. Tigers get it done. Go this way. Go this way. Tigers get it done 4-3. And Anthony Hines in 12 strikeouts, a 36-pitch first inning, but he was very economical in the second and the third. He needed that to be able to extend, went up to 115 pitches, and then Zach Cowan got you home. He did allow a couple of runs, Cowan did. But Tigers hang on and win 4-3, which was fantastic. Pitching staff continues to be really good. Go this way. Go this way. This way and that way. That's what you wanted? Okay. Now we're satisfied. Offensively, you left the bases loaded twice. You left 12 men on base. Continue to struggle to come up with the really big... Well, say you struggle to come up with the big hit, but my goodness, did they ever do that on Thursday night when Ashton Larson had a pinch hit 3-run homer and then Stephen Milam hit one as well. So you came through on Thursday. But we've certainly seen a lot of batting averages slide in conference play. It's hard. It's hard to win in the SEC. And right now, LSU's at 12 conference wins. So we keep talking about, like, if you were to just put up 20 wins, is that benchmark. Just keep crossing them off when you get them. Well, you're at 12 right now with 13 to go. So you're at 12 wins with 13 to go. You need to win 8 of your last 13. Can you go 8-5 the rest of the way? Go this way. Go this way. Go this way. I mean, if you can get this win and you sweep South Carolina, you would need to win 2 of your next 3 series, and 2 of them are at home. You get Tennessee and Arkansas at home. You're at A&M, and those are going to be your 3 toughest series. It's your hardest stretch of the season, no doubt, coming up. So today's game against Alabama is pretty significant to go and get this one, man. If you're able to go get this one, put yourself at 13 wins. You basically undo the awful Auburn weekend, putting yourself at 13, and you're ahead of your pace again. So you've given yourself some wiggle room now. Go this way. And by the way, it's not to say that you can't get a national seed if you're fewer than 20 wins in conference. You can. That's just a benchmark where it's like if you get to 20, you're a lock. Go this way. Good. Hey, come sit on Daddy's lap. Say hi to everybody. Maybe you'll stop. Good. Come see. Come say hi. Come see. Good. Go this way. Come say hi to everybody. Go this way. Yes. Good. Okay, we're not going to say go this way 10,000 times. Go this way. Okay. We're going to say hi to everybody. Go this way. Okay, you want to say good morning to Dad, Joe? You want to say good morning? Good morning, Dad, Joe. Oh, that was very sweet. Where are we going today?
To
where? Where are we going today? To whose house?
JJ's house.
We're going to JJ's house. And who are we going to see? JJ and who? JJ. Tell me, who are we going to see?
Uncle Jeff.
Uncle Jeff. Who else? Who else?
No.
You don't want to list off who we're going to see? Okay. Okay. Good this way. All right. Here. I think he does have beak. And would you start his backpack? Dan? You sit up playing on your phone. Mm-hmm. Hey, Chef, good morning. Thomas, good morning. John, good morning. Let's get the sweep. Softball's here. Get the series. Let's go. Chuck, what's good, man? Spectrum Well Care. Any benefits to sitting in the sauna? Absolutely. Think of putting either getting in a hot sauna or a cold plunge as you're putting your body in an extreme situation of forcing it to adapt. So all of that is strengthening everything in your body. It's strengthening your immune system, your core, everything, because your body is going into survival mode. So yes, absolutely, stressing your body with hot temperatures is a great thing because it forces your body to adapt and to strengthen itself to be able to withstand that. It's no different than working out. Like it in terms of not the exact benefit, but in terms of you're putting stress on your body and forcing it to adapt and to strengthen. So like when we tell people, oh man, it's so hot, stay inside. No, like you got to go outside. Like you stay inside, your body conditions to being comfortable. And it weakens and you weaken your immunity. And so yes, saunas are great. Devin, what's good? LSU baseball fan meltdown is over until next series they lose. or today. Yeah. Hey Seth, what's up, man? Tiger Diver, what's up with Hernandez? I don't know. I did not hear Jay's post game last night because I start the Locked On post game show immediately. Maybe he just needed a day off. Maybe he was. I don't know. That's speculative. But if the decision was made to give Cade Anderson a start, because they thought he would perform well, like it's just very close. Listen, I think Cade Arambidi very clearly has. I think I said Anderson. Cade Arambidi has a very high ceiling. He was a guy that a lot of scouts loved coming out of high school. He slumped offensively his senior year, and so he dropped down draft boards. He didn't get his number, so he showed up on campus to LSU's great benefit. I think he is going to be an awesome player, like all conference, all America caliber player before he's done. Okay. He's just not there yet. And he is overmatched offensively. He was 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts. Like keep giving him those opportunities in the midweek. You rest Hernandez. You let Arambidi get out there and get some playing time, but he's just not ready to hit SEC pitching yet. And that's okay. Like that'll come. But man, right now it's just the series are too important. So I don't know if something happened with Hernandez, but why he didn't start yesterday. But if the decision was made because they thought Arambidi was a good matchup, that's a poor decision. But I don't know. Brad, good morning. Why couldn't you read the comments yesterday? I was on my phone, and whenever I turned it, there was there was a graphic on the thing, and it just wouldn't let me see it. So I don't know. Hey, Rocky, good morning. Who's first out of the pen today? I mean, the answer is always it depends, Rocky. It's never like you don't go in there saying, all right, you're first up. It's going to depend. By the way, did you see Chase Shores got hot the last 2 days? So while Shores was listed as the Sunday starter, they were in a position to potentially use him in either one of the days yesterday. So I presume he'll get the start today, but really it depends on what the situation is, man. Like, let's say they've got a sorry, you cracked my neck. I just need a neck crack. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need to crack my neck. Um, like let's say they've got second and third with one out, and you got to get a strikeout here. Well, you're going into the pen for whoever your big strikeout pitcher may be. Maybe that's Jacob Myers, to go righty and try to get a strikeout. If you're just if you're thinking, okay, Shores gives you 5 innings or 4 innings, and you're leading 4-1, and you want someone who can maybe give you some length, it's really what part of the lineup are they in? Do you go Schmidt or do you go Ware? Meaning, do you want righty or lefty? That's probably who you go to next. I think the answer is always it's situational. It's just never as simple as who's the first one out of the bullpen. Chuck. Christian, loving LSU has been quiet with the portal entries. Seems like BK may have been pretty spot on. Yeah. Got a good team, man. A lot of guys want to be a part of it, know their role. It's a good thing. Hey, Randall, good morning. Stanfield's a hitting machine, can score from first on a double. His defense is plus. How did Jay know the potential this kid had? Well, first of all, he'll tell the story that he watched when Auburn came here in 2023, Stanfield got a couple of hits off of Paul Skeens. And so Jay files that stuff away, right? He's like, yeah, I was a young guy, hit Paul Skeens, so it's like, file it away. But Stanfield was a very good defender. Like, that was no secret. The question was, could he hit in league play? It was the same thing with Braswell. It was a guy at South Carolina who was a good defender, was a shortstop in the SEC, had struggled a bit offensively. But Jay, as an offensive-minded coach, thinks to himself, I can fix that guy. Or I can help him be a productive offensive player. And he's shown it. He showed it with Braswell last year. He's shown it with Stanfield this year. He's like, that is certainly his forte as an offensive coach. Thank you, Thomas. Appreciate that, man. Kelly Gross, good morning. Hey, Austin, good morning. Had my first proper crawfish in 7 years yesterday. They were magnificent. That's fantastic. I would hate to see what improper crawfish were. Hey, Gulf South, what's good? Good morning. When you wear sneakers with a suit, do you wear a tie or keep it casual? I wear sneakers with a formal. Like, we went to the Endymion Ball. I had on a tux. I wore sneakers. I had on my black and white patent leather Jordans. So you can wear sneakers with anything now. It's culturally acceptable, which is awesome because it's very comfortable, and they look great. But I really don't wear neckties ever. When I go somewhere, it's with a jacket. I'll wear a sport coat and open collar. Usually like jeans or slacks, a dress shirt, jacket, and open collar. Sneakers. That's typically what I wear. The funny thing is I went to Catholic High. They're always kind enough to invite me to MC their Grizzly Greats, which is the Athletic Hall of Fame induction. And last year when I went open collar, just as I described. And I was like the only person not in a tie. And so I was like, all right, I'm going to wear a tie this year. So they inducted Aaron and Austin Nola together a few months ago before the baseball season started. So, so I went and bought a tie. I bought an orange tie to wear to the Grizzly Greats induction. And I walked in and like half the room was open collar. I was like, what did I'm just not wearing ties anymore. Hey, Brant, good morning. Is the tension building for next week versus Tennessee? Oh, the tension is building. Sorry. Liam Doyle is that dude. Bats always seem to show up when they need their team. I'm ready for Vols fans to be humbled. Doyle's great. Teams have hit him, though, and he has been beaten. So, and they got to come to Baton Rouge. The Tennessee is easily the most talented team in college baseball this year. They just haven't put it all together. Don't get me wrong. They're really good. Like, they're outstanding, as a matter of fact. But they haven't put it together the way the team 2 years ago did. Brennan Huff, morning, Matt. Listening to The Pivot this morning with Lane Kiffin. Really good interview. I saw that on social. I need to go watch. Erica's going to watch. Erica, your favorite was on The Pivot. Lane Kiffin. Why did you say, oh, like that? Man, Sorry, I can't get that neck crack. It's right here. I just need to get it to. It's not going though. Anyway. Hey, Chance, how can you explain Braswell bats better against SEC pitching than non 2 years in a row? Slow starter. I mean, and remember, early in the season, you're also platooning a bit at third. So he wasn't getting consistent at bats every single game. And he just started slow. That happens. I mean, some guys start the season slow. And then he got into the flow of things, got comfortable, and now he's off and running. That happens in fights too. You have some fighters that are slow starters. Like if they can make it through the first round, then they hit their gear and they go, but like that's just a very common thing. Hey Matt, good morning. Go This Way remix. I like it. Brad, do you think Mike Norvell will make it at Florida State? Well, I mean, truthfully, Brad, every coach is hired to be fired. They all get fired eventually. So he'll get fired eventually. When? I don't know. Mark Allen, my family buys everyone Easter gifts. Still doesn't feel right. Hey, Erica? Oh, I'll come back to that. Vinay Patel, GameCoin, GMEX, is this dead? It is certainly not dead at all. If you missed a few about a month ago or so, there was a report in the Baton Rouge Business Report that explains what happened over the last 2 years. And the Cliff's Notes are the original developer. Hang on. The original developer of the first smart contract built a backdoor and was stealing money from the smart contract, which is why we switched from GME to GMEX. And it's been basically a 2-year long lawsuit, SEC investigation to all that stuff where nobody could say anything. And so now that that's passed, we are all formulating a plan and strategy for marketing to push the platform. The platform has been launched as On Fire Athletes. It's available. You'd see it. And to continue to integrate more of the smart contract into it as well. But no, definitely not dead. We were talking yesterday about, I brought up the Jeff's Easter gifts thing. And I know. Well, so I was saying yesterday about how y'all give gifts for like Flag Day. Mark Allen said, my family buys everyone Easter gifts, still doesn't feel right. You want to do Ask E-Rock? Okay, do your stuff. John Hendricks, is it me or does Anthony Hines' pitch always look like he drops no matter what? Maybe it was the camera. No, I mean, I think his fastball actually has a top to bottom drop on it, kind of like a cut, but I guess some more goes in. But yes, even his fastball appears to loop, but it's not straight, which makes it hard to hit, right? I mean, if it's 95 but on a plane and they know it's coming, you can hit it. You want movement. Hey, Brian Penn, good morning from Joplin, Missouri. Good win last night. Club, what's going on? Good morning. Hey, Abner Neal, good morning. Happy Easter to you and yours as well. Kerry, pitchers have done a fantastic job this weekend. It's big moments, particularly against a great player like LeBron. I mean, there were some massive moments in that game yesterday. Like in the top of the third, Einstein struck out LeBron to open the inning. That was his 5th straight strikeout. Then the top of the 4th was massive because you go leadoff walk, single. So you get the first 2 guys on, then they sack bunted. Oh my God, they sack bunted. 2nd and 3rd, 1 out. What happens? You get to the 9-hole hitter, strikeout. So there's 2 outs now. Walks the leadoff guy. So you got to face LeBron now with 2 outs and the bases loaded. Strikeout. Awesome. Biggest moment of the game, in my opinion. And then, of course, in the 9th, with the tying run in scoring position, tying run on third base, and you get the strikeout of LeBron with I guess it was still 4-2 at that point. LeBron was the tying run. So with a runner on third, LeBron up, you get down 3-1. Cowan came back and got the strikeout. That was massive. Hey, Jeremy Sagely, good morning. Rocky Killian, Bruno Van Moore. DeBoss just showed up. Hey, Brant, did Arkansas and Texas take a loss the other day? A&M won the series at Arkansas, yes. Thank you, Austin. Brennan. Okay, that's when Drew is in here. Stone Musso. Go this way. Club. Really like the new rope hat you wore yesterday. Go this way, morning, Drew. Yeah, rope hats are popular, man. So we got a run of Parish rope hats. It's a white hat with the shield Parish logo and the green rope across the front. Rope hats are popular, man. Not my favorite, but I do like it, and I wore it yesterday. So, thanks, babe. You ready for the high holiday? It's Musso's day. Christian said, are those Moose jammies? LOL. Drew has the greatest collection of PJs in the state. He really does. And what you can't see is that all of his pajamas have like a saying on the booty. So like that one I think says like, don't moose with me. A lot of them are like puns having to do with like, the bathroom, like he's got one that's like danger, like a danger sign like on the booty. Anyway, they're funny. Hey, Ronnie Duke guy, good morning. Yes, sir. Ronnie, how do you cold plunge? So I bought a Nuvio chiller. It's a box chiller. It's about that big. Fill up the bathtub at night. Turn the chiller on, and it puts Ken Trahan. Eric, I think his diaper is falling off of it. Like he's pulling it up. Can you please stop what you're doing and go change it, please? Anyway, and then I just plunge in the tub in the morning. So I wake up in 6 minutes. That's why my face is always red like that. My hands, I don't know if you can tell my arms, but it's like if you go into cold weather, like you watch football games and the coach on the sideline, their face gets all red because they're in the cold for so long. Like that's what all that is. Usually I'm all red from being frozen. Hey, Joseph, morning, Scone. Happy Easter to you and the family. Would you ever consider letting us see the shoe collection? Sure. I don't care. I can't bring this setup into the closet. Maybe I'll do a video. I might be able to do... Oh, there we go. Finally got that neck crack. Oh, thank God I needed that. Hang on. I think I have an idea how I can do this. Erica, when did I get the rest of my shoe boxes last year? Was that Father's Day or my birthday? Because I have a video. Because what I'm gonna do is I'll play the video for y'all on here. There it is. Okay. I have to convert it and things like that, but okay, there we go. All right, I'll see what you did, Joseph. You got us all stalled out here, but that's all right. I'm gonna watch this upload. I'll come back and I'll do it. Joseph, good morning. Brad, is Tim Brando as nice in person as he seems on air? I love Tim. Tim's been great to me for a long time. And actually, Tim and I, our first interaction. So a couple things. Number one, I've known Tim's daughter, Tiffany, since college. Like we were in college at the same time together. She did ambassadors and a lot of stuff. Fantastic person. Tim and I first ever had like really a professional engagement back in 2015 when LSU canceled, if you remember, the McNeese game. And it was the season opener and it kept getting delayed for lightning and all that stuff. And ultimately they canceled, decided not to reschedule it. Well, Tim went on social media and kind of teed off on LSU for canceling it. I defended the decision, and we had not met, and he kind of lobbed the local media homer label at me. And so I invited him to come on the show. And so we discussed the topic, and I think he had a much better understanding where I was coming from. And we became friendly after that. And he has always been very, very good to me professionally and personally. But that's a guy that's done a lot. And quite honestly, as I think of it, he's done the thing that I would like to do, which, Tim has gone on to have a very, very great like national career where he's done national TV, national radio, all that sort of stuff, but been able to live in Louisiana. And so I've always thought that would be cool. Like, how do you continue to grow and build and expand, but stay home, which not everybody gets to do. So, anyway, he's been a great resource for me to bounce ideas off of, opinions, questions, advice, all kind of stuff. He's been great. I think the world of him. Okay, here you go. Who was it that asked about the shoes? I'm sorry. It was... All right, Joseph asked about my shoes. All right. And this was a year ago, so I've gotten more since then, but this was a year ago. I don't know if there's any audio on this, but here's the shoe collection. All right, we ready? Looks awesome. There you go. That's some of them. I've probably added about 20 more pairs. I don't know. I got a problem. But it's only a problem if you want to stop and you can't. Anyway. All right. Where are we? Sorry, y'all. Hey, David, in Wichita for the SW Bowling Tournament. All right, David, good luck, man. Hope you crush it. Happy Easter. Jay said Einstein was the reason Cade caught the plate. Okay. That's fine. If Einstein's more comfortable with Aaron Beatty, great. Then I'm perfectly fine with that explanation. Jamie, good morning. Hey, Dad, good morning. Brant, with the elite offensive line LSU had the last few years, the running game was bad. How can I be optimistic about a new line of running backs having a good season? That's a great question. And I think it is very fair, Brant, to assume at this point that the offensive line were elite pass blockers. They were not elite run blockers. I think Jaden Daniels' elite running ability probably skewed our perspective a lot on the offensive line's ability to run block because he was so good. And whenever you had a traditional style, pro style quarterback in Nussmeier, who only ran 12 times, by the way, when pressured last year, it, I think, shown more of a focus on sometimes their inability to run block, which is a very fair thing to say now that we have the full sample size. Like, they just weren't as good run blockers as we thought. So I think DJ Chester played out of position. He's a guard, not a center. At 6'6", 320, he should be playing guard, not center. I think, you add Braylon Moore, Josh Thompson, in their natural spots. Chester very likely gets to play his natural spot. I think you should be better on the interior. So we'll see. Mike Meir, I don't think either team turned a double play in the second game. LSU's been, I think you're right. LSU's been really good defensively in this series. No errors, while Alabama's committed 5 through 2 games. Best place to get legit crawfish. I'm coming down to BR next weekend. Are you boiling them or are you trying to buy them boiled? There's a lot of great places. Of course, you'll know that Rouse's is a great sponsor and you can get them live or boiled at Rouse's. If other people have recommendations where if you get them boiled that you like, go ahead and try. I mean, there's tons of like Walk-Ons has them and Sammy's has them. If you want to go sit down in a restaurant style, there's I don't know. There's tons of places you can get them. But like if you're going to be going to the baseball game, right? I mean, you could go eat at Walk-Ons and then right by campus get crawfish and go to the baseball game. But if you're looking to get them and go home and eat them somewhere, that's probably a different convo. Hey, Kirk, good morning. Taz, if the Saints draft Milroe, do you think Moore can build him up to Jalen Hurts? No, I don't. I think because both Hurts and Lamar Jackson are great passers and their dynamic running ability complements their ability to throw the football. In the NFL, you've got to be able to throw the football accurately and make good decisions. I mean, there are so many, like I can point out great physical prospects who failed in the NFL because of their inability to be an accurate passer and make good decisions. And it's not just, are you a black quarterback? Like people will bring up Anthony Richardson, and that's a great example of one. He is a freak show athlete who cannot throw the football. He's got a great arm. I mean, stand on line, throw it 80 yards, but he's not a great quarterback. Mitchell Trubisky falls in that category. Like Mitchell Trubisky and Josh Allen are physically very similar. I mean, Josh Allen just won an MVP because not only because he's a giant with a great arm, but he's got his amazing athlete at that size. So is Mitchell Trubisky, and he stunk. I mean, the Bears drafted Trubisky 2nd overall. They didn't draft Mahomes. Same draft with Lamar. So, I look at Milroe and his time at Bama, and y'all know we all saw Bama play plenty, and that is a guy that is incapable as a passer. He is a great athlete. He's a good arm talent. He's incapable as a passer. He is inaccurate. And I'm floored that he's been invited to the draft and that he's going. Because if somebody uses a first round pick on Jalen Milroe, God bless. I can't wrap my head around that. Like, what did you see that makes you think that guy is going to be a franchise quarterback in the NFL? Colin Brewster, Matt Woodyer finished in 2000. So it's easy. I never have to do math. Whatever year it is, that's how many years it's been since I graduated. So like 2025, it's been 25 years. AJ Holland, Gumaugan, happy Resurrection Celebration Weekend. Yes, sir. Stat Dub, Lane was on Theo's podcast. Ask E-Rock, would you rather... Oh, this is a good one. Okay, she's changing Drew right now, starting his backpack. As soon as she comes in here, I'll circle back. That's a good one. Erica, we got a good Ask E-Rock for when you're done. I know, when you're done. Oh, yeah, damn it, what are you doing? Ray Woods, hey, Matt, are there any upcoming catalysts for the GameCoin price and the On Fire Athlete website? So, as far as price, like, I'll never make a price prediction because you can't. I mean, like all the people who are crypto influencers and media people try to make their price predictions, and you never know what's going to happen with the market. As for marketing, yes, there's a full-on marketing strategy that David and the team have been developing that is going to include like attending the National Card Show in Chicago and a lot of different trade shows like that to start building up awareness around the brand. Hey, Craig, happy WrestleMania weekend. Is it WrestleMania? Okay. Brennan Huff, my sister-in-law treats Easter like Christmas morning 2.0. Easter Bunny needs to borrow Santa's sleigh for their house. Ridiculous. Hey, Mark, Tulane football spread. Okay. Coach O is here. Okay. Jeffrey St. Romain, can we get more hits with runners on? Yes. Yes. AJ Holland, try putting your hands above your ears, elbow flare out, chin of the chest, pressure up in your neck. Yeah. Put uplift pressure on your neck. No, I can't do that. I can't do that, dude. I can't push back my neck. Newser. That is a negative thing for me. Eli, Matt, what'd you think of Milroe going to the Rams? Could be dangerous combination. Two great teachers for him. Yeah, I don't care where Jalen Milroe goes as long as it's not New Orleans. Let him go be somebody else's problem. 4:20 on Easter Sunday. Talk about He is Risen. These are funny puns. I do have a sense of humor about it. I think it's funny. Ryan Balote. Hey, Balote. Let's get the sweep. Keep stacking wins. Yes, sir. Hey, Dale. Good morning. Dale, I'm so glad you're here, man. I didn't know if you were going to show up this morning. Thanks for being here, Dale.
Parish Construction and Roofing. At Parish, we've got you covered. From the top of your roof, all the way down. Parish Construction and Roofing. Parish built. Parish built. Parish built. From your hometown. ParishBuilt.com.
Right. Parish Construction and Roofing. You need an orthopedist? You go to Brock. Remember the game day prep events coming up May 10th. 6th through 12th grade, free physicals at Brock on Bluebonnet. Sign up, brortho.com. And if you need a roof, give us a shot. Oh, by the way, Parish, y'all. Friday is the day we're drawing. So we're 6 days away. We're drawing for our $10,000 giveaway on Friday. All you got to do is sign up for a free no obligation roofing inspection, parishbuilt.com. How long are you in the water completely submerged? Submerged to here. So we have like in the master bath, what do you call it? Like a jacuzzi tub, whatever. So it's bigger than just like a standard bathtub. And so like fill it up. And so then I get in. And so I get into here. Now I'll tell you that. And so in for 6 minutes, minimum 3, maximum 6. I go 6. I do play on my phone. So like I'm in the water to here and I have my hands above the water right here. So it goes to my wrist. So only my hands and my phone are out and my neck. I'm here up. Corey, starting pitcher is Chase Shores tonight. Got it. Hayes, morning. Is it possible for players to go under multi-year contracts similar to coaches? Possibly induce buyouts for individual players to help retain rosters. So no, remember, Hayes, NIL, as you know it now, which is pay for play, is through collectives. It is not through the school. Collectives act independently of the school. Even though they tell them who to spend money on, right? But by definition, so you could have a 3-year deal with the collective. Like it could be like Bryce Underwood. I mean, I'm the one who told you it was a $12 million deal over 4. So $3 million per. Okay. Well, if he leaves Michigan, then he's not going to get that money because it's a year-to-year basis. And a lot of them pay out monthly, and it's prorated monthly over the life of a deal. Sometimes you'll get like some like upfront, or it's maybe twice a year, however it could be structured. But if you leave, then you don't get the money. But you can't have it's a marketing contract. It's a marketing deal. It's not a deal to play football. I mean, it is, but legally, it's a marketing contract. Now, with revenue share, they're only going to participate in revenue share if you're playing for the school. But anybody will be able to participate in revenue share. Hey, Colin Brewster, good morning. Happy Easter to you as well. Joseph, true story. The only LSU home game I've ever been to was that McNeese game that got called. Oh, my gosh. That's terrible, dude. Musso's going to be thinking he's the one rising from the dead tomorrow at 4:20. I need to screenshot that and send it to him. Hang on, I got to screenshot that. I'm screenshotting that right now and sending it to him. It's so good. Hold on. I got to send that to him. Poor Musso. Hang on. There's an ad. Wait, look up.
Yeah.
Jim.
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 Jim. Like Jim.
Jim. All right, got it. All right, there we go. I'm sending that to Musso. Poor guy. We've got everybody convinced he's a pothead. I don't think anybody actually believes he's a pothead. It's just funny. It's just funny that has grown the way it has. Poor Musso. Oh, man. I'm sending him right now. Hold on. Caleb, Greg, the teal green ones though. I wonder which teal ones. The teal green Jordans. Golf South Esther all night. Let's see. No, they're not all Nike. I got a lot of them are Jordans, and I have them organized by Jordans, Air Force Ones. But we got some New Balance, got some Adidas. I got a Reebok pumps in there. So good variety. Mostly Nike though, yes. Jones got a hit. Jones got hit in the undercarriage the night. Jose. I guess you're talking about Hernandez. No, anyway. Someone said earlier that Jay said post game that he wanted Aaron Beatty to catch Heinzen. Which that's fine. Like there are some pitchers who prefer a certain catcher. That's fine. Charles Reese, Matt, with A&M picking up speed, they don't look like an obvious series win anymore. True. What number do you think LSU needs to achieve to become a national seed? Yeah, we said it all year. Like 20 and 10 is the standard. If you hit 20 wins in conference, you're a lock. I think there was 1 year, it might have been South Carolina. There was 1 year an SEC team got to 20 and wasn't the national seed. That's like one time in this format, which is since 1999, right? In the super regional format. So in a quarter century, it's happened once that a team got to 20 and 10 and wasn't a national seed. So you're a virtual lock if you get to 20 and 10 in the SEC. So right now you're at 12. If you win today, you're at 13. You can sweep South Carolina, although I don't think you'd lock that up. But if you did, that's 16. So then you got to win 4 games, 4 out of 9 against Tennessee, Texas A&M, and Arkansas, and 2 of those 3 are at home. You just win today, and you put yourself in a great position is the point. Austin, I enjoy working from home in Louisiana. State is finally getting income tax from me and a return on investment from the top scholarship it gave me 20 years ago. Love it. Hey, Milton, good morning. Been out of the loop for a week. Did the Pels hire Dumars and they're keeping Griffin? Yes. And yes. Hey, Mark, I see you shot your shot with the LSU equipment staff. They hooked Jay up. Yeah. John Gruden. Yeah. So John Gruden posted a video yesterday on social media. LSU football and baseball sent him swag. It was thousands of dollars worth of swag. I mean, they hooked him up. It's worth it, man. I mean, he put out that video, and that video got, last I looked, it was 300,000 views. Colin, LSU defense been nails this weekend. They have been awesome. There you go, Thomas. Taz, confused. Most teams have a second round grade on Sanders, but still will draft him in the top 10. Why can't Dart go in the top 10? Taz, I don't know that most teams have a second round grade on Sanders. And it doesn't matter what most teams have. It's a cliche, but it's true. It takes one team. Where does one team have? Mel Kiper has Sanders as the 5th best player on his board, on his big board overall. So I think there's just a lot of variety on that. And not every team is going to want a quarterback either. Not every team is looking to draft a quarterback. So usually the teams at the top of the draft are bad teams and they have bad quarterbacks. So that's typically teams that are looking to draft a quarterback. So it's really just a matter of need and position. So if you could see a situation where if Sanders or Dart gets past the Saints at 9, it could be a long fall until you get to a situation where a team could be looking to take a quarterback. That's kind of what happened with Kenny Pickett a few years ago, where the teams at the top weren't going to take Pickett at the top of the draft, and so he slipped until Pittsburgh in the 20s. Crank it up, Dale. I still think Milroe would make a great Taysom 2.0, but here's the thing, man. The Taysom 2.0 thing, like, if that were an easy thing to achieve, everyone in the NFL would have that player. Like, there's plenty of guys that are physically capable of doing that, right? Or you would think, but are you really going to put Milroe at tight end? Are you going to flex Milroe out at receiver? Are you going to put him in the backfield to dot the I and run him between the tackles? Like, you see what I mean? Like, it's just, and you don't use a 3rd round pick on a gadget player. I mean, you need, in the 3rd round in the NFL draft, you need to get a starter. I mean, Alvin Kamara was a 3. Trey Hendrickson was a 3. Zach Bond was a 3. The Saints didn't know how to use him, but he went on to a place that did, and he ended up becoming a finalist for Defensive Player of the Year. Like, you don't look at the 3rd round pick and go, let me see if I can get a gadget player. Teron Armstead was a 3, became your franchise left tackle. You got to go find a starter there. Musa replied. Not me catching strays on 1 and scared. If I hear Duncan wins the 10K, I'll know it's rigged. Duncan, what you mean? If I hear Duncan wins the 10K, I'll know it's rigged. Who's Duncan? Sorry. The Paris 10K is what I guess. I don't know who Duncan is. Hey, Brad, do you use your home office when you're not doing morning scone or not really? Yeah, I mean, I do. Sorry. Yeah, I'm in here a lot, dude. I do morning scone. I do Locked On in here. I got my TV in here right now, so play my guitar. I was playing my guitar. I was playing my guitar the other night. Charles DeShore start broadcast says he was tossing the last 2 nights. So yes, he's going to start today. But I'll tell you, Charles, what's interesting about that, about them getting Shores up in the bullpen the last 2 days, tells me, like, a lot of fans have said, the fan opinion has been, hey, if one of these guys starts, move Evans or Cowan into the rotation. Well, very clearly, that's not the plan, because they went to Cowan last night for 3 innings and Evans the night before. So Jay has something else in his mind of who would be the day 3 starter if it wasn't Shores. And my guess is it's Connor Ware. It's Ware or Schmidt. I know Newt has been your midweek guy as well, and it could be Newt, but I would think Ware or Schmidt would probably be that guy. Morning, Matt. A little late today. Fly high too. Amen to that, man. Certainly prayers continuing for Kyron Lacey and his family, and everybody going through this Easter weekend without loved ones. But certainly the promise of Easter is that we will all rise again, man. We will all see each other again. It's the beauty of Easter. I love the message that Father Mike Collins, who's passed, was an amazing man, amazing priest. Was at Most Blessed Sacrament for a lot of years. Was also at St. Jude in Baton Rouge. His Easter homily was always beautiful, and one of his sayings was that you can't for every Good Friday there's an Easter Sunday. And so it was a great message in life, not just an Easter weekend, but in life, to know whatever you're going through, there's an Easter Sunday. And that's the great promise of Christ and Christianity. So absolutely, man, for everybody who's struggling with the loss of a loved one, it's the promise and hope of seeing them again. So God bless everybody on Easter. Craig, Matt, do you think the whiskey bubble is bursting? Oh, yes. Do you think the distillers are pricing out consumers, causing the downturn? Random will see midwinter when it's past rep. Craig, I mean, you may know too, because you haven't told me specifics, but you've told me a little bit that you've gotten you got a retail shop, right? But I mean, I've talked to a lot of retailers, and yes, I think the whiskey bubble is bursting. Like it's just not as in demand as it was, say, 5 years ago. And that could be a lot of things, right? I mean, it could be the economic downturn we've seen really since COVID, or COVID, everything spiked because everybody was drinking, because everybody was home. But certainly the last couple of years, the economic downturn, I think, has contributed to it. I think the market got flooded with so many new whiskeys trying to capitalize on the boom. And so, yes, I absolutely think that's happened. I went to, y'all, I had to randomly stop and get gas, and I stopped at there's a Shell on Acadian, kind of a newer, like, gas station marked type thing. And I go in, I had to go in to pay because the card machine wasn't working at the pump. So I had to go in to pay. And I look at the counter, and they've got every whiskey behind. I mean, they've got all of the Wellers. They've got everything. I'm going, like, do they not know? And so I asked the lady, I was like, how much for the Weller Full Proof? She goes, $4.99. I was like, okay, I'll see you later. Have a nice day. I'll never shop here again, by the way. But anyway, suffice to say, I think there's supply out there, Craig. Make defense great again. Matt, if Michigan has a tough year and Nuss is a top 5 pick, do you think Underwood rethinks his decision, ends up in Baton Rouge? The grass is always greener. I think, I don't know the answer to that. It's an interesting hypothetical. But I do think one of the things that Shea Dixon has said, and I do listen when our guests are on, especially ones that are smart and have really interesting opinions. Shea said that it's never, and for those who don't know, Shea Dixon from On Three's recruiting guy, covers LSU. I'm oversimplifying, but Shea does a great job. Shea said it's never been more important to finish second in recruiting than now. And he's right, because you could have a guy pick a school, you finish second, picks a school, and it doesn't go great, and so he ends up transferring. Well, if he's got a great relationship with you and the staff, and he may transfer, right? Like Aaron Anderson's a great example of that. Guy from Edna Carr, was a 5-star, was at one point an LSU commit. Ed Ogeron got fired, all that stuff went down. He ends up signing with Bama, goes in the portal, comes to LSU, and now he's had a great career at LSU, So, like, I think those situations, I don't know if it'll happen with Underwood per se, but I do think those situations are interesting. Kirk, who's Jim? Jim is a guy who has an elevator video channel that Drew watches. Go Tigers said, don't mock God. Go Tigers, we're not mocking God. Like, you can have a sense of humor. That was about I'm sure about the Musso 420 thing, the high thing. Like, we're not mocking God. God has a sense of humor as well. He made a platypus. All right, calm down. We're all good here. Brant, chances are slim. Me getting to see you again, Scone. Are you all doing anything out and about next weekend? Last time I met you was Atlanta for SEC Championship 2019. Brant, I remember that. That was the weekend when I was deadly sick and most definitely had COVID before anybody knew it was COVID. I don't know about next weekend, Brant. Brant, next weekend. So the first day of the draft, Thursday, I'm doing my show in Lafayette at Tap Room. By the way, shout out if you're in Lafayette, Thursday, day one of the NFL draft, AFR from Tap Room in River Ranch. Then I'm driving back, and I think we're doing our draft party this coming Thursday at Don Juan. So that's an opportunity, Brent, potentially if you're here Thursday night. Friday, I'm at Zurich for AFR. So Friday's a no-go. And then I don't know about Saturday. What's going on the rest of the weekend, though? Jim reminds me of Wayne's World Tour from Wayne's Dream in the Desert. Oh, it is 11 o'clock. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. I do have to go. Let me just very quickly say some good mornings to the rest. Oh, God. That was close. Johnny, Michael, Musso doesn't. No. Dude, listen, there is a there is an abundance that has opportunity for everybody. So I would highly encourage you, go listen to Musso at the Box. I would love it if you listen a lot on LSU as well, but listen to both. Listen to him first and me second, or me first and him second. It doesn't, listen to both. But there's an abundance. Everybody can have success, and I want him to do great. But yeah, he don't care. And I don't care that he's going live. He's going live as I told him to go live. Very sweet. Kirk. Gulf South last night showed graph from D1 baseball, had LSU as first out of being a national seed. Right now, probably because they're projecting and understanding LSU just came off a sweep at Auburn and still has to play Tennessee, A&M, Arkansas. So that's why. But go win, sweep this weekend, you put yourself in a great spot. Burning my Pels merch. All right, use that one. Sony. Do wins push you to be? Could be, Brant. If you go win, if you're a borderline and you go win, but not in the sense that if you're thinking of if you get to 20, right? It's not like if you're at 18 regular season and you win 2 in Hoover that gets you to 20. Those would count as SEC wins, but we're talking about regular season wins. Yeah, how about Vandy? Vandy with a series win. Trivia, Mark, Linda. If Saints draft Sanders, they have 26. Still 26 of the worst players in the NFL. Drag him down. Carl the Cat, what's going on? Billy, absolutely. All right. How about Vandy getting it done? Kirk, looking forward to it, Kirk. I'll see you there, man. Bro, that Gulf South, the sickest I've ever felt in my life was at the SC Championship game in 2019. Just nobody knew what it was. Anyway. All right, y'all. Let's get out of here. Have a great day. All our sponsors, link in the description on YouTube, tagged on Facebook. We'll see you. Have an awesome Saturday. We'll see you for Easter Sunday tomorrow. Peace.